Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another travel vlog. So as you can see, we are in the car and we are going to a place called KhanPur Dam. So basically it's a big huge dam obviously, and we were going to go and do different water sports and different water activities. So on the way we saw so many different colored trucks, and I love the way how everyone had like their own unique designs and patterns on each different truck. It was honestly like a collage of like artwork, and it was really fun to watch. So we actually ended up taking a wrong turn and we came into this crowded area twice. So there was a lot of rush here, but finally we got through and we were on our way. So we were back on the road again and we did not have a lot left to go. So the weather was alright. As you can see, the clouds had come over, so it wasn't as sunny and bright, but it was still really hot. So the view just kept on getting better and better, and honestly, it just looked amazing. So that's the Textile Museum on the right hand side, and I asked my cousin, and basically she said that most of the things are like all insects and bugs and butterflies and cockroaches all preserved. So yeah. So on our way there were a few security checkpoints, but we went through really quickly, so it wasn't that much of a deal. So along the side of the roads there were many different fruit vendors selling different kinds of fruits. Most of them were selling lychees since they're native to this area that we're passing through, and they're all in season. So here we are. So as you can see, this is the dam that I was talking about, and we are finally here. As you can see in the far end corner, parasailing was taking place. We did not go towards that side. We actually did a lot of different water sports such as jet skiing, and oh my god, it was really fun. But there's also another very interesting point and funny point that happened to me. So I'll tell you guys later on in the video. So basically we weren't allowed to take our phones or any devices as such down to where all the sports were happening, since obviously, you know, it's gonna get wet and everything. But yeah, basically what happened was there was a floaty and there's 3 different spaces. So my cousin and I sat along with our aunt, and we all sat, and then they attached to a jet ski boat, right? And then the jet ski boat zooms off and you're behind in the float, but you have to hold on, and there's like only like a rope to hold on to, so if you fall, you fall, and that's it. So we actually sat twice because we had so much fun the first time. We were like, okay, we're gonna have so much fun the second time as well. So the second time when our turn came around, we all sat. I sat in the middle, my cousin and aunt sat on both sides. So we got off to a great start. It was going great and we were bouncing along the waves. But then the person who was in charge of the jet ski, he took a sharp turn and my aunt fell into the float, which was fine. So I was trying to help her with one hand, but I also had to not let go or else I would actually fall down as well. So then basically what happened was I ended up slipping and falling as well, but thankfully my aunt caught me in her legs. So I'm kind of like down on the float, and then my cousin is also trying to help me up, but he couldn't, and I couldn't even see him. I couldn't see my aunt, I couldn't see anyone, and then I was flipping as well. But of course the person in charge did not stop, so what happened was I fell into the water. I just flapped away like a fish. So yeah. So after getting all wet and everything, which was amazing, we had something to eat. We had lunch there. I couldn't film lunch because I was so tired and everything. And then we decided to go and stop at a place and drink tea. I don't like tea. Everyone else drank tea. And then that was it. And then at night we came and went to a shopping mall because my mom wanted to get a few things. So this is the next day, and the next morning we decided to go to Murree. So we all had to get up all bright and early, I would say, because we had to arrive at a place called, I actually forgot what it was called, but basically, right, this place is called Murree Hilltop, and we had a lunch reservation there. So this is the place, and the food was really amazing. Even though it was around 3 p.m. and it was really bright and sunny, the weather was still really hot. So we all had outdoor fans on and everything. But the view was just amazing, spectacular. I have no words to describe it. It's, it just feels so nice being in between nature and having lunch. So we had lots of different things for lunch, but I didn't film everything. So here we are deciding to do a quick vending machine stop, and then off we went on to our next destination. So we just kept on going higher and higher up towards the mountains, and the big thing which you could actually tell was the weather. The weather change was amazing because instead of turning on the AC, which we didn't have to anymore, we just all rolled down our windows, and that was it. So this is kind of different little stalls which are all parked along the side of the roads, and basically tourists can go off and have a look, have a view. And there's a McDonald's here unexpectedly, which I did not expect at all. So here we have entered District Murree, and this is, I would say, the main marketplace where all the different markets are, but we still had to go up higher, and we were going to a place where there were so many different activities such as archery, ziplining, horse riding. So we had to walk through the forest since it was a bit deep down into the forest. But it was nice because the weather was amazing, and it was also evening time as well. So the sun wasn't as harsh as before. So it was a small and nice place to actually relax and have fun and play some games. Because then after this area, different hiking trails would start off. My cousin and I wanted to go hiking, but unfortunately it was time to go because we also had to go somewhere else, so that's why. So overall, we had a great time. I got to try zip lining, which was really fun. I didn't get to try archery because everyone else tried it and did it, and no one actually got the arrow near the aim except for my sister. My sister actually got to 100, so she was the only winner out of us all. So overall, it was really fun, and it was a great place. So after all the fun activities, we went to a place called Marco Polo for tea. I don't drink tea, so none of this concerned me, but there was a nice little playground just a few steps away, so we all decided to go and check that place out. So there weren't a lot of rides, and there were also other kids. I really wanted to go on the swing, but it was all wet and muddy. I don't know when it rained, but it apparently did rain. So we didn't spend a lot of time there. Everyone else drank tea, and then we were off and going home. By the time it got to nightfall, the weather was getting really cold and it was getting foggy as well. So the traffic going back home was really crowded, and it did take us a long time since it was nighttime. All the trucks were out and going their ways, so yeah. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.